Alright, fellas. Yeah, let's move on to Newcastle versus Arsenal. I thought Newcastle was really unlucky. They started the game like a house on fire. Literally, they hit the post in the first minute of the game. If that goes in, it's a totally different game. And they were on top of Arsenal the whole time. They get a lucky break with the long range shot. Like, what can you do?
Let me ask you a question. I feel like this question has been asked too many times, football-wise. Okay, if both of us went to the bar tomorrow night, you spent the whole night chatting up this one girl.
Okay.
You chatted up the whole night. Oh my gosh, she's in love with you. Then you go to the bathroom, and me, I walk over. He left. This girl is free. I chat to her for 1 minute. She picks up her stuff. We go back to my place. Who won the game?
Won the game. I mean, you got that night.
That's simple. That's football.
That's not even the same.
That's
kind of
football.
idea.
You're saying if they scored their first chances in the first 10 minutes when they had those
in the
chances.
second half, they hit the post. You can in the first 5 minutes.
Off target shot. If we want to,
you guys say they choked in that game. They came to the party. They came.
Coming to the party requires you to
get the result.
Exactly. They didn't get the result.
How many times have we seen a good performance that doesn't lead to a win?
Okay, good performance, great, it entertained us, right? What's the point of them playing?
They played to win. You can't take that away from them.
And then what was the score?
They played to win, but Arsenal got. It's not lucky. They had to take Martin Odegaard had to take that shot, and he's good with it. He's automatic with it, pretty much. And you can save that. What do coaches say about the long range shot?
I mean, if it goes in, you take it like that. You can't do nothing about it.
Exactly, and that happened against run play. Like literally, Newcastle were on top of Arsenal at that time.
It still don't mean you didn't get the.
I'm saying, as a Man City fan, Newcastle could have stopped Arsenal. They could have drew with Arsenal. They could have gotten a result for themselves to stay in number 3 for sure.
Yeah.
No discussions. And they didn't take that opportunity. To me, that's choking. You didn't come back with points. You missed your opportunities. There were things in the game that happened that you couldn't control, but you lost the game because of those things. Okay, just like how Arsenal fans are saying, we won that game. Yes, it was long-range shots, but we're not going to say, oh, why didn't you guys have a tap-in this time? We won, we got the points.
Nah, they did show. Arsenal did show character because they suffered in that game for the first 20 minutes.
Correct.
I'll give them that. They did show character. They did show resilience. I mean, the thing is with Arsenal, you have to look at it. Who the stakes. Arsenal had more in the game than Newcastle. You talk about third place, but Arsenal are still trying to challenge for the title.
And Newcastle could have had an impact. You're still in the league.
Newcastle are not in the league.
They are in the league.
They're
third.
Yeah, but they're not competing to win it.
So you're saying no, hold on. This thing is blowing my mind. You're saying because the stakes are different for Arsenal.
No, he's saying choking, right? If Arsenal don't win that game, do you say Arsenal choked?
Even more.
Yeah.
That's why they couldn't win. They had more in the game. That's why they won.
That's why Newcastle lost.
There you go.
I think you love Newcastle.
I think they could have won that game, but
shoulda, woulda,
their project is a little behind Arsenal's project, and that's why they're allowed to lose that game.
And no one disagrees with you.
Yeah.
Bigger picture, yeah. Newcastle are in a better place than Arsenal because Arsenal's project has been three years building.
Yeah.
Newcastle has been a year and a half at most, a year at most.
Yeah.
Now you're talking big picture, but we're talking about the game this season. Newcastle made it to the party.
Talk to me about the game then. You can't say Newcastle didn't perform then.
Newcastle performed. They had a good game. No one is saying that, but choking doesn't mean you didn't perform.
They choked.
Realize you guys are throwing this term loosely.
They choked.
Because you want to hear about choking. Arsenal going to Man City. Arsenal West Ham. Arsenal Southampton.
And that's result based. It's not even about performance.
I'm talking about performance.
No.
You can't just look at a game of football and be like, 3-0.
You said Dortmund choked. The game that they choked. That they couldn't finish. Were they playing bad? No.
But Dortmund had a trait, a characteristic of not seeing it through. Newcastle has been resilient and they've been seeing games
when
through.
they lost. In a way, okay,
It's
here's a
either
question I
done
have.
to Tottenham
Are they
this
immune
season.
at number 3 that guaranteed Champions League spot, even if they lose every game they have from now?
No.
No,
That's the problem.
but they
still
set
can.
themselves up. They're gonna be fine.
Nah. This man,
No.
how are you not seeing your own bias to Newcastle? You are in love
They're
with the
not
team.
done.
I'm not in love
They're
with
not
the
done.
team.
They
I'm
could be
just-
out of the Champions League next year because they're not being consistent.
They could be in Europa.
They're gonna be fine
60
with the performances that they brought. into the team.
65, 63, 62.
Do you know who should be worried?
Yeah.
No, but correct. No, I am worried. I am worried. But that's the point. You don't say, oh, United, the worst United team from last season is competing for top 4 and won a trophy. Oh, they didn't choke. No, we've been in top 4 most of the season, and now we're almost out of top 4. Yes, we're choking. That counts as choking. Newcastle have been third for how long? I'm fighting for United for third for
And
how
they're
long?
still third.
And they couldn't see it through.
Do you see it?
Oh
you
my
lost against
God.
Arsenal.
They lost
It's a
against the
slippery
second
slope.
team in
They-
the league.
they win this
The
game.
team hasn't been number 1 the whole season.
It doesn't mean
one of
it's
the
not
best
joking,
performing.
bro.
It's not joking.
That has played a terrible game against Man City, coming with a terrible momentum into the game,
did have
and were
terrible
dominated by Newcastle in that game.
They were, and they got a lucky break with the shot. Of
Lucky break. You keep saying lucky break. Like Arsenal, like it shows difference in quality, right? If you don't want to say they choke, at least then you are saying that Newcastle is significantly a lesser team than
I
Arsenal.
consider this something like Newcastle's project is behind Arsenal's
No,
project.
not their project. You're saying Newcastle's team in general, their quality, their coaching, their everything is so behind Arsenal
It's not that behind.
that this isn't a choke.
Then
Then this is a
choking.
choke. If Tottenham lost this game 2-0 to
Yes.
Arsenal, you'd have said Tottenham choked. Then
You
You know
why
what I
would
want to happen now? I'm
Crazy.
actually going to start advocating for Man United to get in and Liverpool to get in and Castle out now.
This man has
They have-
South
they have-
African juju somewhere, bro.
They have games to win.
Bro,
The
They
way
have
you said
games
that
to
is-
win out
see,
Newcastle.
this is just a testament to how far Newcastle have come. This is like because you guys were expecting them to be the second team in the league.
Yeah,
That's
no.
a testament to how good of a team they are.
No one's disputing that.
Exactly.
Good,
So
good for them, but they couldn't win the game.
they couldn't win against the second team in the league.
Bruh.
Yes,
The team
that
that
they
been
can
number
beat
one.
and they can actually be. You know what I mean? Okay, not second, but
You
they
can
could fight
choke
for
if you're the
something.
underdog going into it.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Yeah, you can.
You can choke as an underdog.
If you're the
Were they that
underdog,
much of an underdog though? Because I don't think so. I thought they could actually beat Arsenal.
They could. They could have if they didn't
So
win
they were not
those
that much of
five.
an underdog either. It's not like they're playing Leeds.
But
Quality.
the odds going to the game, everyone like knew Arsenal had to perform. They needed a
They
performance.
both had to perform.
Fellas, this was if you had to watch this game and see that how much intensity Newcastle brought into it.
You choked.
we
I'm
watched
trying
the
to think.
game.
Can you tell me who the second goal of Arsenal?
It was an own goal.
It was on goal, yeah.
on goal.
Yeah.
Fabian, it wasn't Cher, was it? Fabian Cher?
Yes, I think so. It was an
Yeah.
own goal.
He was going backwards across
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I'm forgetting this goal. See, even that
The last
they
minute.
considered.
That's why it's a choke.
They
That, like,
considered
instead
a
of
long range
coming
goal.
back,
They considered
an own goal
an
that could have
own
been
goal.
avoided.
Okay,
Two things.
what happens for an own goal?
I mean, you have to out of position. The other team has to. Oh, I remember this goal. It was Martinelli
Mhm.
from the left, and then he
Cut it back.
cuts it back, and he hit it so hard that he was like kind of expecting anything to happen. Like he was like, "Oh, let me
Okay.
try my best."
Let me ask you with that, as an attacker, what did they tell you wingers down the line when you're taking it down the line and there's no you can't see any options? but
Just
you have
throw
to-
it in there.
Just throw it in there. Why?
I mean, something can happen, and you can't if you're gonna lose a game in that manner. Come on, fans, be realistic.
Now, first off, all of you, I'm gonna give you guys a little coach style preview.
Oh my God.
You want to square that ball back as hard as possible
Yeah.
for one reason and one reason alone. It means the other team is out of shape. That back line is not in their position to be able to clear the ball confidently.
True.
So the fact that Martinelli tried that, what does that tell you? Newcastle had already been broken down.
I mean, he done the left back getting into that,
Yeah.
and the thing was like in a counter sort of. I mean, that happened. It was a game of. Oh
You
my
see,
God.
Even in your own logic, you're giving yourself Newcastle is choking.
See, this
Choking.
this pardoning means that Manchester City has won so many UCLs at this point. Because they did so well.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
thank you.
Then Madrid got lucky and got 3 goals, and then it was. You know what I mean?
You
You can't pardon a team like that.
United, Liverpool, and Arsenal have won the Premier League.
Yes,
The dominant team. Like they had the good odds in all these games.
Yeah, and
they
then like
good odds against
mistakes
Porto,
happen.
they had good odds against Chelsea, they had good odds against Madrid. Newcastle,
Good odds against Madrid.
they were the better
champions.
team.
Okay, in that case, 2018, sorry. United won the Premier League. Jose Mourinho's team won the Premier League because they played so well. They're such a bad United team. They finished second, 82nd, 82 points. Same thing with clubs Liverpool. It's not choking, man.
Okay, they just
They just won the club's team, 92 points. Oh, that's they won the Premier
They did
League.
amazing.
They won the Premier League then.
They came back the next season.
They won the Premier League that season too.
They won the Champions League.
The
that
point,
season.
that's the point we're making though. You're saying, oh, because this team has done so well, they came so close, they should be given
We don't give
props.
a
Nah.
damn about progress.
That is
See
crazy.
again through.
Plus, they're on the
How
way
many-
to being
How
done.
do you choke as an underdog?
What do you mean
That
an
is
underdog,
crazy.
dude? That's the term that I
They're
don't
playing
mean.
the second team in the league.
And they're the third
Second
team
position.
in the
yeah.
league.
And Arsenal has been a top team for the whole season. They've been like number one for
So
the longest
what?
period.
So what?
That means that they're the best team in the league for the longest period. And Newcastle has been in the ascendancy. And then it just means we're not ready that day, and that's it. Like you move on. It's not choking against the second team.
Let me ask you a question. The season Leicester won the league and Tottenham pushed for the league the whole season. Tottenham's project was younger than every other big team's project, let's be honest, right? Pochettino's Tottenham was younger. Are you saying Tottenham did so well for themselves? Why do we make fun of Tottenham and Arsenal for bottling that league?
I mean that league.
They
It's
did
because
so well for
it's
themselves.
because what you call like a dark horse pretty much won it, and you can't really, those are the things you can account for in football. No one could have guessed that what happened that year.
True.
But then now no one cares about what happened, but we know what happened and we appreciate the winners for winning it.
For
But we don't
winning.
care about
Yeah,
anyone,
about anyone else.
and what they did.
We had
and
this
what they
argument a couple
accomplished.
weeks
I know
ago
we
too.
did.
No one cares about number two.
My big
They,
problem.
they made good for themselves. They came there and they performed.
End of the day.
That's all you can ask from your players.
How many
Give me
points?
a good game, and then whatever happens, happens. That's the result that happened.
That is
Arsenal got a
insane.
long range goal, and they got an own goal.
My guy, first of all, are you the coach of Newcastle? Then wash your mouth. That thing should not be coming out of your mouth. You're not the coach of Newcastle. The only person allowed to come out in any form of media saying, "Oh yeah, Newcastle played well. They just were unlucky that day." Is the coach and the players and the fans of
Doug,
Newcastle.
I watched a game and I saw the approach. I saw Newcastle gave it their all. I gotta give them that.
Yeah, we'll give them
And
that.
they like,
But
they
their all was
suffocated
not good
Arsenal.
enough.
That's okay. That's not
It's
joking.
not
If
okay.
you're building,
What?
That is joking.
It's not okay.
That is
No,
joking.
that is
It's not
crazy.
okay.
That
For
is
me,
crazy.
listen, Dortmund to Bayern is an underdog, correct? Like in the league.
Yeah.
You were calling them out for choking and leaving a lead and not seeing it through.
It was not
But
against
in
Bayern.
my eyes, the
it was not
closeness.
against Bayern. It was against some other team.
Even worse. Even
Exactly.
worse.
That's choking. You had the time to snap at it and get that. You had the moment to go ahead with for like.
But
Bayern.
they gave it their all.
They
And that's
didn't.
all that they could do.
You cannot
It was so
concede. You
good.
can concede later in the half. If
But they gave it their all.
No, Bayern has Dortmund has the what you call the track record of not seeing it through. Newcastle
And
have
Newcastle
built
have
it
a track
project.
record of seeing anything.
They're not number 3 for nothing.
This season, bro. Oh my gosh, fellas, this is taking way long. But Newcastle,
You're partly losers. That's my problem. And you call out Dortmund for it.
someone has to win the game. Newcastle went there and they played a very, very good game. But Arsenal, like I said, they got lucky with a long range goal and like an own goal. You cannot account for that.
That is not what I'm accounting for. I'm accounting for you not competing
The
and
problem
winning.
with you guys are just taking the result as if you didn't see what happened in the game.
That's not literally the point he just made. 2 goals. Sure, let's say they were even lucky. Let's even assume that the keeper slipped right before the shot, and that's why I couldn't get there. No, I'm just saying worst case
Nothing's
scenario. I know.
No.
Okay, so you agree they're not lucky. They created their goals and they took them, right?
I mean, Martin Odegaard has that shot.
He has that shot in him.
Yeah.
You should be able to stop that shot. Now let's look at the things they can control. If those 2 goals happen in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
2 different seconds in the game, how many more seconds are there in a football match?
They're not performing. Doc. That's what I'm saying. They
Perform.
They push it.
Then-
They hit the post.
then let me not
first
hear
in the
crap
game.
about-
They hit the post in the 5 minutes into second half, and they were still
And that
pushing it.
still
They
didn't
were
even
still
count
pushing
it.
it.
In that case, for the rest of the season, let me not hear crap about United.
What do you mean?
No, I mean, you
Because
see
guys
that with
still-
United's
you're
games.
still in form.
We
You
push
lost against West Ham.
even games like that. West Ham,
You lost
Brighton,
against West Ham.
West Ham, Brighton games.
You got battered by Brentford.
You're bringing
got
back
better by
frustration.
Liverpool.
No. Let's not even bring those things. You're talking about those particular games where you lose close, you dominated the whole game, and then you lose 1-0, you lose 2-0. That's BS. We messed up. That's why we didn't win the game. We didn't take our chances.
They took
Newcastle
their chances,
did
they
not.
got unlucky.
You hit the bar. That's not taking your chance, man.
You hit the bar twice.
It's not even a shot on
Twice.
target. Your XG for hitting the bar is not even.
But still, you had to watch this game. Like, if you guys are telling us like you didn't see what Newcastle came with in there. They suffocated Arsenal.
I
First
don't
20
care what
minutes,
you're coming
first
with.
25
I
minutes.
don't care. I don't care what you're
That's
coming
what I'm saying. You
with. I
guys
don't
are
care
just
what's in
taking the
game.
result as what it is. You're not taking
No,
what happened
you
into
come out
the
of the
game.
game, you don't have points, and you are losing an advantage when you could have cemented your position in the Champions League. You choked.
That's not
Because
true.
you can
Because you're
lose.
making the second team in the league, the
Now,
second best team in the league.
Newcastle is going to bed. Now, see from now
No,
on.
they'll be fine.
Okay.
Because they still got those performances under them.
I don't
They'll be
think
fine.
so. I don't think so. Watch.
They'll be
We do
fine.
gotta keep
Watch.
moving.
Yeah.
We do gotta keep moving. So in the comments, let us know. Did Newcastle choke? Because I mean, all of us except
How
one
many
guy.
chances choke as an
It's
underdog
changing.
against the best team, the second best team in the league? You hit the post twice. You consider it a long
This
range
man
goal.
down this
You
hill, bro.
consider it a long goal. Come
Brighton is
on.
having a lovely season. Every coach is talking nice about them. They lose to United, everything shifts, and now they're losing 5-1. Now the things are weird happening. It takes one Brighton. It takes one game to change the
that's just
trajectory
one
of
game
your
to change
dude.
Everything.
Hey, okay, it's
And it
fine.
takes an important game.
It changes everything.
And Newcastle are
Newcastle, okay, you guys, I must say this, Newcastle will finish in top 4, no problem, because of the performances they have. Next game, with that kind of performance, they will win. I don't care who they play.
I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Exactly,
Next
that's what
game
you want. That's all you want from your players.
And that's why I'm saying big picture. You're not wrong. But you are pardoning them because you're so in love with the big picture plan.
Bro, I'm not even the biggest Newcastle fan, but what
You
they did.
sound like one.
but
You
what-
sound-
Bro, if I swear I would have just
Because
given you a
actually,
black
if
and
we're
white
talking
shirt
about
right
the actual
now.
games, they can lose every other game that they have from now. It's
but
not
they'll be
given.
fine. They'll be fine.
You hope that they'll be fine.
I've seen
What
when they-
happens if they get another
Yeah.
own goal or another 25-yard banger?
Yeah,
Okay.
those
yeah.
guys, just watch the league.
Okay.
Those guys are definitely be fine.
Oh, that's gonna be
United was
interesting.
saying, account for your errors now.
Nah. I ain't got nothing much to say. You know, it was a disappointing game. You know, United was absolute crap. We choked. You see someone taking accountability.
Someone has to.
Nah, but
Okay,
even-
you have to talk about your keeper. You can't
Yes.
run away from it.
you know something I do like with this new contract situation with De Gea, because I've seen a lot of fans come out after that mistake, and everyone's eating up stuff this season, which I don't get fans with this. No, don't get me wrong.
You quickly going out of the game.
No, mistakes.
He has
I'll
to
get
just
there.
say he has to save that.
He
ball.
has to save that. He has to save that. But I mean, me and a buddy were talking on Sunday after the game, and we were like, some of the mistakes we've seen from De Gea recently, like the one against was it Villa or West Ham in the cup, where he's near post and they shoot it straight at his leg.
It felt like Villa, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it was Villa.
Yeah.
But goals like that, they just look like overconfident mistakes. Because those are things that when a regular keeper makes that save, some depending on the keeper, some people say, oh, great save, some people say regular save, but for De Gea, those are like primary school saves.
Yeah.
You know, he makes crazy saves. Go shut stuff and no one can question it. So I think those goals you see where his overconfidence comes. But that's why I was talking about the contracts. The contracts, this contract that he just gave him, that I think he signed yesterday, does not give him any guarantee to be number one at the club.
About time.
Beautiful.
So I think it puts him in and I honestly think if De Gea had a good enough number two, who knew they weren't going to start, that was going to push him,
Yeah.
we'll see a beast. Because remember De Gea under Mourinho, when Romero was the second keeper, or under Van Gaal, when Romero got that starting point before the Fax mistake
Yeah.
with Real Madrid, like you see a different keeper come out. Even his early years with Lindegaard,
I
you
mean,
see a
yeah,
different
it's
keeper
just
come out.
it's complacency, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's what it looks
If you
like.
don't
to
get
me.
challenged.
Yeah, and on the ball, I mean, obviously we know he has his deficiencies. I was trying to avoid shortcomings.
Do you think Man U, because I've been seeing who they're looking at, do you think they're going to get a young guy or they're going to get experience? Because they're looking at Martinez.
Yeah, I saw that.
That World Cup is making them.
That World Cup
all
is
over
watering,
the place.
yeah.
I mean, the guy has saves in him, but
He's a quality keeper. The only thing
Sure. I'll
I
take
have with Martinez is
He has the mind games you need.
he has the mind games you need as a keeper at that level.
He's
But
passionate, for sure.
but that's where passion sometimes turns into your enemy. Look at someone like Bruno. Bruno is arguably our best player this season.
Yeah.
Other than Casemiro before the red cards, he's arguably our best player this season. But what do we hear every time Bruno plays and we have a bad game? Oh, he's such a crybaby. Look at the way he's swinging his arms. Look at the way he's doing this. At United, where you can't make any mistakes. At Villa, ain't nobody talking about Martinez talking shit and then conceding a goal. Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
At United, I dare him to talk shit and not perform. His career is done. So I'm worried with experienced keepers because they don't have any leeway. You can't bring them in, join them into the project, and they have to come in and be straight up. Like if we're getting an experienced keeper, go get Courtois. Go get someone that you know will come in.
You can't afford that.
You can't
The
afford
reason why we're talking about
That's the
Martinez is
thing.
you can't afford that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the
Actually,
best move is keep the young
Forget
guys.
affording.
Money.
They're not gonna wanna come to your team.
Oh yeah, easily so.
Yeah.
Courtois, leave Real Madrid. But like if we get someone like Melier from Leeds when Leeds goes, or Bazunu from Southampton when Southampton goes.
His favorite goalkeeper, the ex-Madrid guy.
Navas! I feel bad for laughing because I actually like Navas.
Oh, God.
I mean, they're looking at him. I feel like as an attraction for youngsters, you guys are not it right now. You're a big club, but people don't want to be playing with you.
That's
and
true.
understandably so.
But there's young players
You
that
have, to,
need.
you have to coach a keeper from Italy or something. Like, I've seen people like
There
Onana, boys.
I don't think we're going to be able to go on anytime, especially going to Champions League finals.
True.
If they do. But what's this kid? Napoli's keeper. I think he's the starting keeper now. Melve. Yeah, he's quality.
Nice.
And he's still potential. He's like, what, 25? Keepers don't hit their primes at 32, 33.
Yeah.
So he's very high potential. Him or the Porto keeper, what's his name? The
No.
Diego.
I know you mentioned.
I don't know his last name right now. It's skipping my head, but he's a nice
Yeah, it's a good
transfer
prospect
as well.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
young keepers might be the move.
You feel like you said everything you want to say about United?
I mean, I told you already when we talk about Newcastle, I am nervous about top four.
All right.
I mean, we got a game in hand.
Just a question to a United fan.
Uh-huh.
When you guys are in trouble, or like, you're having a game, who do you look up to as a hero to save you from that game?
Now,
Right now.
wish we ain't got no heroes no more, bro.
Good transition, man. So,
Nah, wait. I know where you're transitioning to. I know where you're statement. We don't got no heroes, but this season we've had a dark night. But go ahead.
So
Just
I
clear
want
it
to
up.
say, from what I've been watching and what I've been hearing, Madrid look up to two people. I mean, obviously they have an array of players, but they look up to two people, namely Benzema and Vini. So now you're gonna start talking and telling us why you think Rashford is better than Vinicius right now.
Kamavinga, take the place.
No, I don't need to take style. This conversation is a lot of semantics.